In Windows 10, there are different ways for you or your employees to log into your systems. Passwords are becoming out of date. We have generally dozens of different passwords that we have to remember on different sites and different systems and things like that. And it's really not doing us any favors because unfortunately, people can't remember all those passwords. So what do? They write them down. I worked at a corporate environment in finance just a couple of years ago, and everyone had to change their password every 30 days. And you think people remembered what their passwords were? Because we had dozens of them. No, people had to write them down somewhere. And that really eliminates the factor of security that exists with the password. So Microsoft is trying to change that, and Google and Apple are also making efforts toward this at the same time. So with Windows 10, you can still log in using a password, and there aren't really any special requirements for that password. You can also log in using a 4-digit PIN, and there's also something called a picture password. Essentially, a picture comes up on your screen, and then you draw or tap out a pattern on that picture. So if it was a face, you might do a dot for each of the eyes and draw a circle around the mouth. That would be a pattern that would be recognized by Windows, and you could log in using that. What's really exciting about Windows 10 is the option to log in using biometrics. So each of us have unique facial features, retinas, and fingerprints, among a number of other things. You're probably familiar with the movie Minority Report, and basically everyone walks around and they're constantly having their face and their eyes scanned, and that's how the government tracks where everyone is. Well, Windows 10 has a feature sort of like that. That's Windows Hello, except it's not used to track you. None of that information is sent up to Microsoft or stored in the cloud anywhere. It's an on-device biometric reading that is secure on that machine. No one else can access it. So this is far, far more secure than passwords or PINs or the picture password on Windows 10 because you can only log in using something that's unique to you. Microsoft claims that Windows Hello is extremely accurate and extremely secure. They've even claimed that twins can't use each other's faces to log into each other's systems. Now, whether or not that's really true, it remains to be seen. Not many devices are shipping with Windows Hello yet, so we haven't really had a large enough pool of people having access to it to find out if it has any flaws. That said, the major flaws that are normally present with these types of systems, like logging in using your face, Google came out with an option to log into Android like that about 3 years ago, and it wasn't very secure because all people had to have was a picture of that person's face, and sometimes other people's faces worked. It just wasn't secure, it didn't work very well. Now, biometrics has been available on Windows in the past, but Windows Hello is different because it places a strict set of requirements on OEMs in terms of what's required for it to be called Windows Hello. In the past, OEMs could put a thumbprint scanner on their system and they'd be able to use their own system essentially to log people into Windows using that thumbprint scanner. But Windows Hello places a universal set of requirements on all OEMs that want to use Windows Hello. So as of right now, there are a few devices out there that will allow you to log in using Windows Hello, and that is either using a facial scan, so you just look at the camera and it takes a scan of your face and logs you in automatically. You don't even need to prompt it. You just power your computer on and it will recognize your face and log you in. And then as well, there is an option for a thumbprint or fingerprint scanner that logs you in just as quickly.